Hey guys, welcome back to the Style and Beauty Doctor on YouTube, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over some demos, some first impression demos of some of these are fairly new to the market, some of these might have been on the market for a bit, but I wanted to kind of mix in and show some more mineral sunscreen. We're also gonna be talking about sun exposure. Do you even need to be wearing sunscreen during the lockdown? Because it's like, I'm not going outside, or if I go outside, I'm just outside for like 5 minutes, so do you need to put on sunscreen? We'll talk about that, so keep watching. So the answer to that question, yes, you should be putting on sunscreen, because sun exposure is cumulative, meaning every little bit adds up. So even if you're like, well, I'm just going for a 15-minute walk each day, I'm not outside that long, those little 15-minute walks add up. Another thing that people may not consider is that, you know, some UV lights can penetrate through a window. You might be passing by a window, you might be working by a window. But yeah, sun exposure is cumulative, so I would err on the side of caution and put some sunscreen on. I've had a lot of people in the past say, you know, Danielle, I hear you with sunscreen, but I can't wear any sunscreen because every single sunscreen I've tried has irritated me and, you know, I'm allergic to it. And I'll be like, oh, have you ever tried a physical sunscreen? No. Okay, well, try physical sunscreen. Problem with a lot of physical sunscreens is that for people with deeper skin tones, it's like, yo, man, what in the Casper the Friendly Ghost is this mess? So a lot more skincare brands are making physical sunscreens that are more cosmetic, meaning that, you know, they blend into the skin better. Some of them might even be clear zinc. Now there's pluses and minuses to, you know, the type of sunscreen that you use, and that's going to differ from person to person, but the point is to find one that you love to wear, that works well with your skin, because you're gonna wear it. And the point is to get you to wear your sunscreen. Now let's get into these trials. Okay, so first up, the Matte Screen Sunscreen from Supergoop. This is an SPF 40. It's 100% mineral, broad spectrum SPF 40, water and sweat resistant for up to 40 minutes. I tried this out. What really drew me to this was the usage of the word matte screen. So I put this on. It is kind of tinted, so it has like this pinkish, brownish kind of tint to it. It feels nice. It took me a minute to rub this in. There was a lot of rubbing in. My skin does not like friction, like at all. So I wouldn't use this on a regular basis just because it takes so long to rub it in. If that's not an issue for you, you know, cool. Even after I waited a little bit for it to kind of like settle, quote unquote, I could still see a little bit of a hue on my skin. So this is something that I personally would not love to use. Another thing about mineral sunscreen like this is that you may find that you need to do a little bit extra in your cleansing routine. You may want to go ahead and do a double cleanse. I have a video on if you're properly cleansing your skin that I did with one of my esthetician friends, so make sure you check that out. But it did feel like a good sunscreen, you know. I didn't test it out for a long term because I'm just not interested in it, but it did feel good on the skin. But the point is to find one that you love to wear, that works well with your skin, because you're gonna wear it. And the point is to get you to wear your sunscreen. And I would not wear this matte screen, so we're gonna move on to the next one. So next up, the Biossance Squalene and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. I'm actually excited about this one because I follow Biossance on Instagram, and they were doing some demos, and they did one with someone with a rich, beautiful chocolate complexion, and the sunscreen went right in and it just blended and looks beautiful. So I have high hopes for this. Now when it comes to applying your sunscreen, you want to apply a generous amount. And most of these I think are straight up sunscreens. In other words, like, you know, you put your moisturizer on and then you put your sunscreen. I kind of like these straight up sunscreens more now than I have the, you know, moisturizer with the sunscreen, because I feel like I can really get the actual SPF that's on there with the straight up sunscreen. Okay, so this is the texture. And I'm just gonna put a little on. Ooh, nice. I feel like I see a little bit of a tint, but I don't know if that's the camera doing it. So I'm gonna go in the bathroom also and do a check. Now I put more on this side than I had on that side. I'm just gonna rub it in. Okay, this is just for demo purposes, because typically I would get my ears, behind my ears, and then I usually use my body sunscreen for my neck and chest and, you know, obviously the rest of my body, because body sunscreens tend to be less expensive than the facial ones. And, you know, I ain't trying to waste my facial sunscreen on my body when I can use my body sunscreen on my body. All right, so no ash. Well, I went and checked in the bathroom mirror. I could see a little bit better. No ash. There is a bit of a sheen on my skin, but I'm liking it enough where I would actually put it into trial to see, like, does it make me extra oily? Does it make me feel, you know, does it mess with my makeup? Does it do this, that, and the third? And if you want to find out more about that, make sure you go into the description box and subscribe to my blog. So these aren't the only sunscreens that I've tried. I've been trying out sunscreens for darker skin tones for years. So name it and I might have tried it already, so make sure you check out the description box for that as well for more sunscreen reviews. All right, next up, the Zinc Screen from Supergoop, 100% mineral lotion, SPF 40. I think I can get with this. If this doesn't look super ashy when I go do the full bathroom mirror test, this might be a nice one that I'll try out. It does take a little bit to blend it in, a little bit more friction than I would care for. And my skin does not like extra friction. I am seeing a bit of ash, but let me see if I can really see it. But I did like how this glided on, but I do think that it might be ashen. Okay, there is a little bit of a tint on my skin. I'm sure if I blended it out a little bit more, it would be fine. But again, my skin does not like a lot of friction. As a matter of fact, I can kind of see a little bit of reaction happening over here. It's also from me washing my face and putting stuff on. But I'm pretty sure like the extra friction of, you know, touching my face with the sunscreen on is adding to it. But this one isn't bad. I definitely prefer this one over the matte screen. So we've got 2 more to go. The Glowscreen from Supergoop, and then Koola's Matte Finish Face Sunscreen. Mineral face. All right, just to save a little bit of time, I'm gonna do one on each side of my face. So we're gonna start with the Supergoop Glowscreen SPF 40. This one's actually a chemical sunscreen, but it says that it has clean chemical sunscreen actives, reef safe, non-irritating, no synthetic fragrance, vegan. It says it's a lightweight, pearlescent formula that hydrates the skin while acting as a luminous, makeup gripping primer. SPF hack, it also doubles as a highlighter whenever you want an extra little dose of sunshine. Ooh, this glides on nice. Look at that. This is nice-ish. My only problem with a product like this is that I feel like people may not use enough of it, because there's gonna be, you know, in order to put enough, you're gonna have a fair amount of glow all around. And for some, glow can equal grease. So I would tread lightly with this one. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you would use something like the Glowscreen, but that you would use enough, because you know you have to make sure you use enough, otherwise you're not getting the full SPF. And here we have the Koola Mineral Face Sunscreen matte finish, 70% organic, SPF 30. Powdery Perfection, our new organic light as air formula, applies like a dream, blending in transparently for a line smoothing matte finish that wears beautifully on its own or as a primer every day of the year. That sounds great. So I need to mix this up because this was not together. It's still kind of like, okay. I wouldn't want to use this regularly because of the smell. The smell is very overpowering for me. And yes, it does feel smooth. It doesn't feel matte, but it, you know, goes in smooth. I feel like there may be a little bit of a tint that I can't see here. All right, I went to go take a look in the bathroom and I do not like how either of these look. They're both leaving a cast on my face, but different types of casts. So this one is leaving like a yellowish kind of cast on my skin that I don't like. This this side, and I'm not sure if these casts are showing on camera, but you know, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. This one is giving me like a grayish, whitish kind of cast. So I'm not feeling either one of these. Now, not that this was a competition, but out of all of these that I've tried, the Biossance is definitely by far my fave out of all of these. I have to say, I'm pretty much a chemical sunscreen kind of gal. There are a few physical sunscreens that I've liked in the past, but you know, I definitely lean more towards the chemical ones. The big takeaway here is, although there were some sunscreens here that I'm like, I ain't putting that on my face again, I ain't putting that on my face again, they might actually be sunscreens that work for you. So the big takeaway here is that, you know, you gotta try different types and see how they fit into your routine. Now leave me a comment below, let me know, have you tried any of these? Would you try any of these that I tried out? Or if there's another type of sunscreen that you like to use, let me know that below. Let me know if you're more team physical or if you're more team chemical when it comes to your sunscreen. There are lots more sunscreens that I have tried in the past that will be linked in the description box. My non-ashy sunscreen, because if it's one thing I can't stand is ashy sunscreen, okay? And you know, unfortunately, a lot of the physical ones have that characteristic about them, but a lot of them are changing, and as more come out, I will try them. I'm supposed to be trying some new ones from Neutrogena, so I'll keep you posted on that, because Neutrogena makes some amazing sunscreens that I have loved a lot in the past, so I can't wait to share that with you. Now, I don't know if that's going to be here on YouTube or my blog or my Instagram or what have you, so just follow me everywhere and subscribe and turn the post notifications on and everything so you don't miss a thing. Follow me on social, I just said that, it's in the description box, and I'll see you fine folks in my next video. Bye guys.